so many young men and women that I have met in my life went out in the hope they will achieve what their desire is, their heart's desire is. But they ended up destroying their life, hurting themselves and hurting their families. Because, my beloveds, we need to acknowledge, we need to confess, we need to profess that there is one mighty God who art in heaven, the creator of everything that is visible and invisible. Big Bang is not what created you. What created you, his name is Elohim, Yahweh, Ahiyah, Asharahiyah, El Shaddai, Yeshua, Emmanuel, Ammanuel. This is the one who created you. This is the one who created you. So when we walk away from this Heavenly Father, from our true divine God, we will end up in a far-off country. A far-off country meaning living in sin. Because when we distance ourselves from God, we are living in sin. Because God is holiness, and outside of holiness is nothing but sin. God is light, and outside of light is darkness. Therefore, my beloved, darkness is not a creative thing. God created light, not darkness. You ask scientists, what can you measure? They will say, we measure the speed of light. Because light is created, but darkness isn't. Then how did this darkness come about? Darkness is the absence of light. And what is hell? The absence of love. What is hell? The absence of love. And God is love. You walk away from God, you're walking away from love, the source of life. And if you don't have this love in you, you have no life. Therefore, what is left in you is hell, which is the absence of love that makes life possible. When these geniuses of scientists come out and have a big mouth about trying to prove there is no God, honestly, bunch of kids playing in the streets. With all the advancement in the medical field, they have no idea what this brain all about. They can't even do a successful full eye transplant. With all the advancement, with all the technology, a full eye transplant where you can see with it, they cannot, because they say the optic nerve has 1 million nerves inside of it, and we need to connect all those 1 million nerves to the eye for it to see. Well, it's the brain that sees, but the eye allows the light to come in for the brain, and the optic nerve processes that light into the brain to say, please send a vision. They haven't reached not even 10% of how the brain functions. And if any damage happens to the brain, there is no power on earth that can fix that. And you standing so proud saying there is no God, your brain needs fixing. Looks like there are some loose wires in there and some fuses have gone off. Every person that did it their way, the beginning was good, but the end was 100% evil, because God said it, and what God says, He's always the truth. He's always the truth. So my beloveds, you want to live a life of dignity? You want to live a life of success according to God's definition, not yours? You want to live a prosperous life according to God's definition, not yours? Let God handle this life which He gave you. Let God handle you, because He created you. And the manufacturer is the only one that knows how you function fully. You do not know as the product. Only the manufacturer who made you knows how you can function and where you can go wrong. Let God guide your steps every single moment of your life. Like so many people go and say, I want to live my way. I will not accept anyone dictating to me on how I should live. Well, let me see, my dear friend, what are you going to do when you do it your way, outside of God's protection and direction? The beginning will be good, of good and evil. That tree is me and you. God said, don't ever, Adam, whatever you do, don't ever rely on yourself, by yourself, because if you do that, your beginning is good, but your end is 100% is evil. At the beginning, when that young man and that young woman left home with so-called friends, and they sat in this car with the big subwoofer Habibi in the back seat going wah dov dov, and I'm not sure if Sharbel is here, but if he is not, then this is for you, Sharbeli. Right? So when they went out for the first time downtown, this young man and this young woman, for them, this is life in its making. Wow, amazing. I was imprisoned at home by mom and dad. They would not let me even breathe. Everything was, you got to do it this way and you got to do it that way. You can't talk, you can't walk, you can't do anything. Enough of this enslaving. I'm leaving, I'm going. Man, it's a bird released from the cage for the first time and I can fly high. And downtown, here we come. The first time, stunning. Second time, breathtaking. Third time, amazing. 100th time, poisoning. Poisoning. A child, a son and a daughter that left home so innocent ended up being drug addicts, alcoholic, gamblers, and all the colors under the sun. And even if you hadn't done all of that, whatever you gained in life outside of God, at the end, it is one big lie. You know why? Because death will take it away from you, whether you like it or not. Can we stop death? Impossible. Why? Because God ordered it.